This season is way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. That was me thinking that Colin would finally see what's right in front of his eyes all this time and they live happily ever after, but it's never as easy as that. That's all I'll say. I can't go into too much detail. What's up, InStyle? I'm Luke Newton and you're watching this guy. My birthday is the 5th of February, 1993. I hate now that you have to scroll so far to get to that. When I was younger, it used to be like right there, and now it's nightmare. I was born in Brighton on the coast of England. Beautiful place in the summer, not so nice in the winter. This is a really hard question to answer when I'm in sunny LA right now because I'm struggling to think of an answer. I think like the English countryside, which is where I grew up, is really beautiful, and I feel like I can breathe there and relax, and I come from a seaside town as well, so I love that. And just like the people. Maybe they can be a little grumpy sometimes, but I get it, I understand it. You know what? I want to be careful because it's something that I think is going to come back into fashion, which is like super skinny jeans, cutting off circulation skinny. I used to rock them, and you know, at the time I thought they were my staple and the go-to, and you never know, maybe this summer I'll be bringing them back. When I'm at home, I wake up, like immediately throw clothes on, go to my local coffee shop. They know what I want immediately, and then back in bed and watch telly and drink my coffee. It's like a ritual that I have every morning. But I like to get up and out straight away, a little bit of sunlight. If it's sunny, I'll sit out and have the coffee, but otherwise it's back to bed. Whoa, what do I do? Probably watch telly in bed. I know you're not supposed to, I know it's a thing, but I don't really go on my phone much. I would just like watch something like Modern Family or Friends and just like, yeah, get me into a chilled space. Perfect date. I think like if it's the right person, it's just, you'll make anything work. Like any scenario, any situation, whether it's just coffee or a walk or a dinner, like if it's with someone that you really connect with, it'll be a good date regardless of what you do. A soulmate is whoever you can be 100% yourself with. Like you can be your real weird self, like you behind closed doors when no one sees you and you're dancing in your underwear in the kitchen. I feel like if you could be that version with someone, that's a soulmate to me. I think it was during season 3, there's a particular scene and I'm supposed to be really angry. I think I was really overwhelmed and tired. It was a really important scene in the show and I was supposed to just be angry and sort of shouting, and then I just got so emotional and tears just started flowing. And we got the scene and then the director ran up to me and said, "Can we do that again? Can we get that again?" And I was like, yeah, I don't think this is gonna stop. So we did it like 3 times. I'm yet to find out if that's gonna make the final edit. I'm excited to see if which version they use, but yeah, I think that was the last time I cried. That's all I'll say. I can't go into too much detail, but yeah. There's a scene in season 2 of Bridgerton where the family hosts a ball and no one arrives. And Anthony sort of instigates that the family just dance together. And that was a really nice moment. We kind of got to show the dynamics between each character, and we didn't need to take it as seriously as like a formal ball. We just got to have fun with it. And I would like swing Claudia around as my little sister. So yeah, I love that. I was living on my friend's sofa bed in his living room. I was working on a bar. I'd had like 5 auditions that week, one being my final. I came out and I thought, if I don't book this, it's not for me, because I couldn't have done any more than I'd done in that audition. And then I got the call and they said, my agent said, "You've got it." No one knew what the show was gonna be. We knew that it was based on books and there was 8 books. So, you know, as an unemployed actor, the thought of doing 8 seasons of a show was really exciting to me. And the first thing I did was call my mum. And she was kind of underwhelmed. She didn't really know what it was. She didn't get it. She didn't know how long I was going to be doing the job for. And it wasn't until the show came out on Christmas Day that I kind of had a moment with my mum, and she was like, "I had no idea the scale of this." And I was like, "Nor did I." None of us did. Honestly, the sets that they create within the world of Bridgerton I describe them as like 360 sets. Like everything is real, everything is there for you to use and touch and feel. It really transports you. And that's why we don't have a lot of rehearsal. We kind of rock up on set, on the day, and work it out as we go, because it just changes so much when you're in that space and in the room. And the costumes for me are something that this year, like, I really dived into. I worked with Dougie, who did all my costumes, and he wanted to create a wardrobe for Colin rather than like a specific waistcoat for this scene and a specific jacket for this scene. He was like, let's just create a wardrobe and we can pick and choose on the day what you think is suitable, and whether you wear a tie or your shirt's open, and that for me even just helped as a character, just knowing that I had this wardrobe that I'd sort of picked up bits from my travels. And it's kind of hard not to get consumed by the world of it, but at the same time it just helps you do your job. It really is amazing. I like to treat each season as almost like a new version of the character. You know, the audience only sees a social season, so there's a summer between each season. And there was growth between season 1 and 2, but it was more of a pretense from Colin's side that year. And then this year, he's really gone away and had like the full experience. I wanted him to come back and feel like he'd really grown up. He'd become a man. He'd changed physically. He'd really grown up. He didn't want to come back and brag about the experiences he's had. He just was like, I'm a changed man for the better, and I'm ready to get stuck into the ton. It's never as easy as that. I feel like this season, they're both growing as individuals, and that's where complications arise, because they're trying to navigate how they connect and how they work out whatever they're going to be with this new version of each of them. You know, they're both sort of stepping into the light and becoming new versions of themselves. So yeah, it's just figuring out how they navigate that and how it brings them together. But this season is way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. That was me thinking that Colin would finally see what's right in front of his eyes all this time, and they live happily ever after. But Jess, our showrunner, has done such an amazing job of putting obstacles in the way and swapping the power dynamic. It's a real roller coaster ride. Want to do something that's so far from Colin, I think. Because I've sat in this role now for like 4 years, I want to do something that's like a little darker, because he's so lovely and nice, and I love to sit in that place. It's a really nice place to be on set and feel like your intentions are always kind and honest and genuine. So I'd love to flip that and do something slightly darker. But also, I've been thinking about something like quite physical, like a fighter. I'd love to like train for something. I really enjoyed like changing my physicality for season 3 and you know, training, and I really enjoyed that, and it kind of helped me get through the whole season, having that every night after shooting. So I'd love to dive into something where I could train and learn a new skill, and yeah, that would be fun. I would say Negan from The Walking Dead. I just think he's like effortlessly cool. There's like something about him that you want to hate him, but you're just like, yeah, he's a cool guy. I do, yes. I think for like a lot of people in the entertainment industry or actors find it as a coping mechanism. I had some real opportunities that came up and auditions that I went for, and at the time they felt like the job that I really, really wanted. And then when I didn't book them, and then for example, I booked Bridgerton, which just like changed my life. So yeah, it was almost like I was meant to miss that so that I could book this, and so on and so on, yeah. I feel like I'm in it right now. I really do. I feel so like grateful for the opportunities that I've had recently, and I just feel very content and happy with my life. And you know, shooting season 3 into this year as well, I had such an amazing time. So I feel like I'm in it right now, and I hope it continues. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed getting to know me a little bit better. You can watch Bridgerton season 3 on Netflix.